What a day it is to be a Barca fan, bro. Okay, so Barca end up making the top eight, and Madrid in the last minutes of today drop out of the top eight. So let's break down everything. So before we talk about the Barca match, let's talk about what happened with Madrid. So Madrid were up inside the top eight, even though they were losing to Benfica. They were winning 1-0, and they ended up conceding 3 goals consecutively before I think it was halftime or something like that. It was 3-1 maybe at halftime or 2-1. And then Mbappe scored again, which was 3-2, and they still didn't end up scoring. They got 2 red cards at the end, Rodrigo and Raul Asensio. And then Benfica's Trubin keeper scored in the last minute because I was confused for a second, like, why is Trubin coming up? But it made sense because they were not even inside the playoffs qualification, so they had to send Trubin up for an extra man so they could try to get an extra body in there to score, which they did, so they could qualify for the playoffs. And as a result, Marseille dropped out. But what happened with Madrid was that goal did not matter, the Trubin goal, for Madrid's sake. It mattered for Benfica, obviously, but for Madrid, they were already out of the top eight because Sporting scored in the 94th minute, which made them make it into the top eight, which, congrats to Sporting, that's incredible. They beat the top eight. I think they're seventh or something like that. So fair play. And also because Chelsea scored, João Pedro got a brace, which helped Chelsea score or make it into the top eight as well. Without Chelsea winning and Sporting winning, then Madrid would still be in the top eight. And so Madrid dropped out, and they finished ninth. So they play against Bodo Glimt or they play against Benfica. I'm not sure which it is. Let me know if you know. And both matches are not easy because obviously they just lost to Benfica. And Bodo Glimt beat Atletico Madrid today in Madrid. And they also beat City as well last match day, as we all know. So Madrid can, like, genuinely might not even qualify for the playoff or through the playoffs. And not only that is they have to play extra matches, obviously, because of the playoffs. So they're going to be even more tired because they have to play in La Liga, maybe the Copa del Rey perhaps, and they also have to play. Yeah, that's about it. La Liga, Copa del Rey perhaps, and now they have to play in the Champions League playoffs, which is even more strain on their bodies. And if they rotate, there's a chance like they end up losing. Anyway, let's talk about the Barca match. So Barca were complete cheeks in the first half, like against Real Oviedo, and then Barca ended up scoring 4 goals in the second half. Obviously, Eric Garcia came out at halftime for. I don't even want to talk about that first half. That first half was so buns. Barca should have probably scored. Like, Lewandowski had a chance and Rafinha had a chance. Rafinha should have shot it and Lewandowski should have finished it. 2 separate chances, by the way. That's all I remember off the top of my head. The goal they conceded was kind of cheeks. It was a good finish from him, but like they're just caught out. Anyway, let's talk about the second half. I don't want to talk about the first half. The first half was cheeks, like I said. The second half, though, Bernal came on, and I was like, oh, okay, Bernal's coming on, because Bernal's low-key been kind of buns. I'm not gonna lie. Like, here's my prediction to be like the best, like, not the best player, but like surprise player of the season, I guess. Like, biggest comeback. I don't know. I don't remember what my prediction was, but he came on for Eric Garcia, and Eric Garcia almost scored a belter in the first half. And then he comes on for him, and he didn't. I don't really recall Bernal doing too much at all. All I remember from him is making a misplaced pass. That's all I remember from him. But anyway, Barca came on in the second half with like cooking, and they ended up cooking. Obviously, they got 4 goals. Rashford scored an amazing free kick. I mean, like, the free kick was not that amazing. It had a nice dip. And speed and power, obviously, but like the guy in the wall, I don't know what the guy in the wall was doing. He should have blocked it. It went over his head. And then Rafinha scored a penalty. It was a beautiful pen. And I had him captained on fantasy, so I really needed that. So now I have 95 points on fantasy this match day, and I could have. Bro, Van Dijk got 3 assists and a clean sheet today. You know how incredible that is. Oh, I can't believe I didn't buy Van Dijk. Anyway, the only players that blanked for me on fantasy were Vinny and I should have started Holland over Vinny in hindsight, but it was Vinny and Nuno Mendes, and I should have probably just bought Christian Romero Van Dijk. Anyway, I'm yapping. Yamal scored. Yeah, that's right. Yamal, his dribbling is so good, bro. His dribbling is incredible. Like, it's so satisfying to watch. Like, sometimes, like, I'm like thinking to myself, he's gonna lose the ball here. He's gonna lose the ball here, and he ends up still having the ball, and he gets past his man. So honestly, just incredible. It's like my brother said, he put all his skill points on dribbling pretty much. But to be fair, he did get an assist today and he scored. The goal was really jammy. Obviously, like it took a huge deflection and it looped over and in. But we'll take those at the every day of the week. Firmino was kind of cheeks. He got the assist for Yamal, but compared to the previous match days, like this was not his best match day. What else? Dembele missed a penalty today, and then Vitinha scored 4 minutes later, and then Newcastle equalized, so it was 1-1. So both of them, either one of them had to win the match, and they would have made it to the playoffs, and neither of them won. So Sporting took their spot, and Chelsea. Anyway, and then Lewa scored because it was a great assist from Yamal. Dribbled and then just sweated it, like tap in for Lewa. And Lewa won a penalty. Honestly, I don't know how that was given as a pen. Like, maybe I'm blind or not, but I didn't see any contact. But hey, I'm not complaining. And then, yeah, so Barca make it the top 8, which is really clutch. But I wonder how, like when are we gonna get the playoffs scheduled? Like, when are we gonna know who plays who, or is that already decided? And what else? Like, cause I know Madrid either plays both the Glimt or Benfica, because they're the bottom two and they finish at the top of the playoffs, but I'm not sure which one of the two they play. And okay, anyway, let me know if you enjoyed these Yap session videos, those long form ones, because I make short form content obviously on this channel. So anyway, you can check out my other socials, links are in the description, and you can like, follow, subscribe. Yeah, let me know if you want me to yap more in these longer form videos, or you just want me to make short form content. I'll probably do both though. But anyway, thanks for watching.